Hello community, welcome to the final 100% competition review taking place in Mendoza, Argentina. This has been a long time coming, but as the man with two penises says, where would you like to start? I suggest we do so at the map. I think for the most part people will agree this is one of the better maps of the series. I mean, just looking at the map on its own, it has a lot of strengths, however at the same time it does have two major weaknesses. One being the overcrowded nature of the NPCs, making it extremely difficult to take out targets near the main areas. Even if you're all the way into the bushes and the benches, you can easily be spotted from anywhere, making it very difficult to deal with targets who hang out in open areas. Another being the lack of good suit-only exits. Diana is missing from freelancer contracts and escalations. The Shrine exit requires a specific Requiem suit, and so does the wetsuit exit. Overall suit only, you have only one consistent exit, and that is the new one they added. However, it is all the way up the hill, so it takes a long time to get to. On the other hand, the map also has a lot of good things going for it. Its freedom of approach is second to none, and you can traverse and get around places very easily. It's a map that is brilliantly done when it comes to that, and it really does give you a lot of opportunities for how you want to maneuver it. And more than anything else, it's just really fun to play. The atmosphere feels very welcome, and just moving can feel very enjoyable. It's a very beautifully done map. Gameplay wise, like I said, it's a bit of a mixed bag. It has its strengths and weaknesses, but overall the experience is good, though some things could still be done a little bit better, like not getting spotted from ridiculous distances near the main areas and having additional suit-only exits. You still get a phenomenal map when it comes to both beauty and traversal, allowing you to do whatever you want, exactly how you want it. It deserves nothing less than an 8 out of 10. It's a good map, no doubt about it, but it still needs to resolve some of its consistent weaknesses in order to be great. The targets are up next, starting with Tamara, and this is really difficult to judge. She's such a weird and strange target. There are some fast and easy ways to deal with her, but they're very gimmicky. On the other hand, it's very difficult to try to properly isolate her to get a kill. She has some of the most brutal accident kills in Hitman history, but they all take a very long time to set up. She's just a strange target. On the other hand, Dan Yates is pretty simple. Multiple different ways to isolate him in multiple different locations. From the balcony to his private room, you have your options. Of course, there's quite a few ways of moving him around as well, from starting the fire to spilling the wine in his facility. Moving him is no problem, which to be fair is also the same for Tamara. Having to rate them is very difficult. They are the most complex targets I've ever dealt with. There's some simplicity to them, but a lot of variables as well. I rated Tamara as my hardest target in my top 10 hardest targets, and I stick by that decision. However, something being hard isn't always a bad thing, just ask the ladies. So, all things considered, I will rate them with a 7 out of 10. I feel though they have their weaknesses, there's so much opportunity for how you want to play them and what you want to do that they can make up for some of that at least a little bit. And next up, of course, we have to move on to the challenges, starting with Notes of Hemlock. Serve Tamara Vidal a poisoned glass of Pinot Noir. Now, in order to find it, it's actually very easy. Right where you spawn as the sort of waiter disguise, there's a small closet. Just open the door into the closet and you find it right there. That's where it is. And as long as you have lethal poison, you can get a very simple kill, because Tamara Vidal will be very close to you from that spawn location, and that's how you get this challenge. Very easy. Brother from another brother. Now I have a guide on this channel specifically about how to do this entire challenge, shoot only, silent assassin, sniper assassin, everything. So if you want to watch it, you can go ahead and do it. So this is not difficult to do by any means. If you want to see exactly how to do it, like from start to finish, I have a guide. You can check it out. I'll leave it in the description below. I can't explain it in only a couple of words because it's basically an entire mission. But you can tell from what you're being told to do what you need to do. You know what I mean? But if you want to do it silent assassin, shoot only, and everything else, make sure to check out the guide. Domestic disturbance. So for this one, we're gonna have to kill Don Yates through his wife. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna head down to the basement area where the safe is. The password is 2006. You're gonna get the document, then you're gonna make your way to the wife and you're gonna give her the document. She's gonna read it, she's gonna call him to the balcony where she's gonna make a fuss, And then eventually, after a lengthy argument, she's gonna end up, as you can imagine, shoving him through, and he's gonna end up falling from the balcony. And basically that's how you get this particular kill. It's very easy and it's very creative, and I do like it. The Orator. So for this one, you have to eliminate him just as you did Jordan Cross with the mic. Now, the mic's location is in the cinema. That's where you'll find the particular microphone. Go to the cinema, that's where you will find it. Be careful, there are NPCs who can see through your disguise, so just be careful. But you can grab the mic from there, and then when you grab the mic, you install it, you put the pressure up, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna make your way up the stairs towards his mansion, and you're gonna grab one of the torches with the fire. Then when you have the torch with the fire, you're gonna make your way down, you're gonna set the pigs on fire, literally. And when you set them on fire, that's gonna cause him to come downstairs and try to talk into the mic, and when he does that, you're gonna get a very, very easy kill. And that's how you do it. Pencil Pusher. So for this one, you're gonna have to get the lawyer disguise. This is very simple. All you have to do, it's a mission story. You just have to basically be a little patient. The lawyer will make his way into this sort of small garden area to look at birds. You can just push him in, take the disguise, take the briefcase, take the documents. Do not rush this. If you do it too early, he will not drop the documents. So just be careful, wait for him to fully stand still, then push him in and get it from there. Once you've done that, make sure to drop your pistol. You will be searched. Once you've been searched, you're gonna make your way into the manor. It's actually a mansion, not a manor, but it doesn't matter. You're gonna make your way in there, and when you do, you're gonna basically go to Don Archibald Yates, you're gonna talk to him, he's gonna tell you to go to the office, you lay down the documents on the table, and after a small speech, he will make his way to the documents where he can shove his head right in, and basically that's how you get this kill. It's as simple as that. Well, it doesn't sound very simple, but I promise you it is. Next up we have Get Rid of the Body. So for this one, this is exactly the same as Pencil Pusher, exactly the same, there is no differences. The only difference is, instead of killing him with a pencil, you're gonna choke him out and you're gonna sort of, have him unconscious, right? Then there's 3 guards you're gonna have to get rid of. There's one guard who's standing outside looking at the garden, there's another guard who is patrolling, and there's another guard who's standing right in front of the door. All 3 of those guards need to be removed. They will hear the body being dumped from the window. Make sure to get rid of them, make sure to knock them out and hide the bodies. Then throw him from the window, you're gonna get his body inside of the garden shredder, and when you activate it, you get the kill. Make sure you don't kill him. First, you put the body, he has to be still alive, right? He's alive, he's unconscious, you put the body in there, you will get the kill as soon as you shred him. That's how you do it. Firebrand. So for Firebrand, this can be done extraordinarily easy if you start as the waiter disguise. Just make your way up, you're gonna activate the water hose, and as soon as you activate the water hose, get a little bit around it, just get some distance, take out your pistol, and literally, as soon as Tamara Vidal makes her way through the lamp, shoot it, and you're gonna get the kill. Just make sure she walks in front of it. As soon as she walks in front of it, that's when you shoot it. Don't shoot it while she's like right next to it, you know what I mean? Shoot it when she's a little bit in front. As soon as she walks past it, you shoot it, you get the kill. It's as simple as that. Pulp Friction. So for this one, this will require the tour story mission, right? And you're gonna be dressed as Corvo Black. Just follow the instructions. I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. Just follow the instructions of the mission story. But basically, after the expedition, you will be allowed to ask questions. So then you can just make your way to the Grape Crusher to ask a question, and then Diana will turn on the radio at some point, which will give you just enough time to push Tamara in. Now keep in mind, you may have a problem because there is a worker who's right across from you. You're gonna have to be a little bit careful or lucky with the timing in order to keep your silent assassin if you want to get this done, silent assassin. Because it's very easy for him to spot you. He will turn around for a little bit, but not a lot. So your timing has to be pretty good. As soon as she turns on the radio, both need to be looking at opposite directions. You push her in, you get the kill. Murder by proxy. Okay, so I already explained to you how to do Don Yates, right? We already went through this, we already know how to do that. So let's focus on Tamara. For Tamara, here's what you do. You're gonna make your way into the sort of foresty nature type of the map. And then when you get there, you're gonna find there's a guard with an earpiece who's telling the sniper team who to shoot. Now, you can do this 2 different ways. You can either knock him out and take the earpiece, or you can just take the earpiece and get a disguise. You don't have to take his particular disguise, but you will need a disguise and the earpiece. You can get it separately. However, once you get it, first you're gonna scan a watermelon, which will actually do another challenge, and then after that just make your way to Tamara Vidal, scan her, and when you scan her, just as soon as she goes into the open, you're gonna have the chance to basically fire, to tell the team to fire on her. And when you do that, they will shoot her with a sniper and you'll get her as well, right? And that way, when you combine both of them, first Don Yates being killed by his wife and then she being killed by the sniper, you're gonna get both challenges at the same time. Cold-hearted. So for this particular challenge, it's the same thing when you're doing the exploration, right? Where you're being sort of led through the facility as Corvo Black in the mission story. We already talked about this, right? This time you're gonna make your way into the freezing unit, right? And when you make your way into the freezing unit, both Tamara Vidal as well as the guy who's doing the tour will both get into the freezer. You will need a screwdriver. There is a screwdriver very close by. It's stuck in a canister. You will grab it from there. And basically what you're gonna do is, as soon as the guy gets out, you can activate it. She's gonna be the only one left in there, and that's gonna basically close the door. She can't open it, and that's gonna get you a very slow and painful kill. And honestly, this is the one time in Hitman where I've actually sort of felt a little bit sorry about killing somebody, because that is a fucked up way to kill somebody, to be brutally honest. But that's how you do it. This is that's the way it's done. Just be patient, wait for him to get out, activate it, and that's how you get the kill. And it's a pretty sadistic kill, but hey, you know, everybody's got a taste. To loyalty. This is the mission story. What you're gonna do, oh my god, this is so long. What you're gonna do is, after the tour is over, she's still alive, Tamara Vidal. Don Yates, is gonna send someone to get the 1945 wine. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make your way in there, through the shaft, you're gonna grab a screwdriver, or you can grab the codes for the camera. You can do either. They're both at the same place. You can do whatever you like. They're located in a small little security room, not too far away. Then you're gonna make your way in there, make a distraction, knock the two guys out who are in there, take the disguise of Mr. Flowers, then take the wine. It's gonna require a password. The password, for those who don't know, is the date in which World War II finished. If you have to ask when that is, shame on you. But anyways, you're gonna get that wine, you're gonna make your way up, and when you make your way up, you're gonna make your way immediately to Don Yates' glass, poison it, then after you've poisoned it, make your way around the table again and start the presentation. And basically just like that you get the kill. It's a long kill, but that's how you do it. And from there we're just gonna go right through. This is just a disguise. This is the boat exit. For the boat exit, the keys are located in the little sort of house you're seeing. That's where the keys are. You will see the boat exit on your map. In order to get the keys, just enter this small little shed that you're seeing on the camera. And that's how you do it, you know. Just go in there, take the keys, and you're done. Shortcut cellar door. So for this one, you're gonna have to make your way into the basement. You can do so from the house with either a crowbar or a lockpick. You make your way down, you turn left. You will find this particular shortcut. Actually, there's two shortcuts, and I'm not sure which one it is. You'll see on screen what's happening, so just trust the screen more than my voice, because I can't remember for sure which particular one. There's two shortcuts that are literally right next to one another in that area, so it's one of the two, but you can unlock both of them from there. This Cuckoo's Nest, this does not require any explanation. It's very straightforward. This again, you already do this. If you do the Assassination mission story, you already have done this challenge. The password is 1945. It's the 1945 Grand Patalan. World War II finished then. I don't know what to tell you. It's simple as that. You just put that password in, you get the wine. Exfiltrate the cave. So there's a small little room where they're dressing. It's a wardrobe room. You're gonna find a wetsuit. Use a lockpick, you're gonna find a wetsuit there. Take the wetsuit, and that's how you unlock this particular exit. You have to have the wetsuit on. Keep that in mind. Grand Theft Auto. For this particular one, you're gonna need the car keys. The car keys are located right next to the bed in his house. You're gonna just go right next to the bed. You will see the keys. They're right there on the shelf. Grab them, and that's how you get the exit. This is a waiter disguise, winery worker disguised, harvest season. You do this just through a mission story. You're gonna grab a knife. There's multiple knives. There's multiple grapes. Not a difficult thing to achieve. One particular knife you can get very easily is right in the middle of it. Right in the middle there's like this factory thing, right? Where you can create poison. There's a knife right there if you need one. Shortcut back door, you unlock this. You can unlock this basically just going down from the shrine. As long as you just head down from the shrine, you can find this particular shortcut and you can unlock it very, very easily. One last angle, this is just an exit with Diana. Chameleon into the sunset, exit through the grape fields, the resulting difference, cover Mendoza. Estate wines. So to do this very, very, very easily, start as the waiter disguise, and you're gonna find two wines right next to you. I mean, they're literally right next to you, can't miss them. Then after you've grabbed both of them, make your way into the smoke closet and you'll find the noir there as well. And you're gonna get all three wines in literally like 15 seconds or less. It's as simple as that. Just start as the waiter, you're gonna get all of them. They're all in the same area. Scandal, enter the password 2006, you get it. It's as simple as that. Disguise as a gocho, disguise as a chef, and then the final shortcut, which is maintenance door. This is located again when you enter into the basement area. You're just gonna run straight and you're gonna find this exit. You literally run straight from the stairs, you're gonna find it. It's as simple as that. Grapes of Wrath, not much I can say here. Complete the mission story, going above. So for this one, you go to the security room, you're gonna activate the doors to open, and then you just make your way down. This is very easy, you can make it. I made it like, I had 30 seconds left or more. I mean, I had a ton of time left when I did it, and I wasn't even like rushing too much. So this is very, very simple to do. Closing statement. So for closing statement, this is just completing the mission story. This is a main mission, as you can tell, mission story. Just complete it and that's how you get this particular thing. All you have to do is just complete the mission story. Primary fermentation. I don't need to explain this. It's pretty much straightforward. It's telling you what you need to do and how to do it and what else is there to say. Eyes on target mission story. Light the assault fire pit. You already know how to do this. The torches are inside the parking lot of the house. Just grab it from there and the fire is right outside. Secondary fermentation. So for this one, here's what you do, and this is difficult. To do Silent Assassin, you can do it easily if you don't give a fuck, but it's difficult Silent Assassin. So what you're gonna do, right, you're gonna find a way to distract the two guys who are in this particular place. It's a small room. Grab the rat poison. First you're gonna put the poison into the ventilation system. Then you will turn the ventilation system on, and finally you will make your way up the stairs where the security room is. It's very difficult to get upstairs if you don't have a disguise to sort of sneak your way in there, but you're gonna use a coin distraction or whatever. Make your way to the panel, and in the panel you're gonna activate the ventilation process, which will then actually start the activate all the vents, right? And that's what's gonna get you everybody poisoned. It's gonna poison literally everybody, and that's how you get this challenge. Melon head. Target, paint a watermelon for the sniper team. You do this as a mission story. Tour guide, this is mission story going below. You do this through a mission story as well. The talented Mr. Reaper. So for this one, what you have to do basically is just keep approaching Diana while she's hanging out with Tamara. You need to do 3 approaches in total in order to get this particular thing. So you need to do like 3 approaches all around the same sort of area where they hang out. You're gonna do one before she sits down at the dinner table, then another one when they sit down near the bench. That's the 2 ones, and you can do the first one early on before they've even climbed the stairs. But yeah, that's how you get all 3 of them, and on the 3rd one, Tamara's gonna ask you to follow her. You're gonna follow her into the cinema, and there's gonna be guards there waiting for you. Now, if you take care of the guards, if you knock the guards out, they're not gonna be a problem. But if you don't, you're gonna have to just basically kill everybody, which is actually not that difficult. Mission story over the top, mission story, no need to explain it. And of course, this is all the challenges you get from the escalations. No need to get into them, just complete the escalation. QR codes. So it's very difficult from just the screen to explain to you exactly where these QR codes are. However, I do have a video that is currently playing showing you where they are. There's one right outside where you spawn from the default location. There's one immediately when you enter the building inside or underneath, right? Immediately when you enter, you see a code there. There's one on your left, right next to the camera. You run by, there's a couple people there that you can scan. That's number 3. There's also another one on the right side near the stairs. That's where you'll find the next one. There's one that's when you head upstairs. That's where you'll find the other one. There's one way outside. When you go outside from where the tasting room is, way outside, you will find it. You have to run a little bit. And then the final one is in between the stairs, as you make your way down to the sort of lower level where the grapes are. That's where you'll find the very last one. But that's all of them. That's all the 7 codes and where to find them. And just follow the video steps as you're seeing them, because again, it's a bit difficult to explain how to do this by just looking at a screen, right? You have to actually see what I'm doing. And finally, a tick must. Dispose of a body in the grape presser. So for this one, you're gonna grab the key. The key is located in a small little sort of table right next to this particular grape presser. You're gonna find it. Grab it. Then all you have to do is just throw a coin in there or just wait. And as soon as this guy makes his way in there, you're gonna unlock the safety mechanism, turn it on, and you get the kill. And overall, having to rate them, I would rate the challenges as an 8 out of 10. I think most of them were decent, most of them were pretty good. There weren't too many shitty ones. Most of them you get just by completing the mission stories, which I liked. And the ones you don't feel like filler challenges like they did in Chong Inc. There was a lot of filler there. There isn't as much filler here. There's original challenges, they're good, they're fun, and they don't take forever, so what more could you ask for? I would give them an 8 out of 10. I think they've done a good job on them. And next up, we're gonna get to the Mastery Unlockables, starting with the ICA DTI Stealth. And this pistol is basically the absolute worst of both worlds. It has the inaccurate aim of the Krugermeyer without the subsonic rounds, and the loudness of the Silver Bowler without the accuracy. Also, it carries a total of 21 bullets. The Silver Bowler has 35, and the Krugermeyer has 30. So again, it is absolutely the worst combination possible. You get less bullets overall, and on top of that you get an inaccurate pistol that is also pretty loud. It's pretty much the worst combination you can have. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can still use it, you can still be competitive with it. As long as you know how to play the game, as long as you're skilled, you can still use this pistol. And it is decent looking, it is very unique looking, I will give it that. But at the same time, this is not an optimal pistol. This is not a pistol you should ever be taking in front of a Silver Bowler or a Krugermeyer. It has nothing but weaknesses, less bullets. It's not any better in any way. It's got literally nothing but weaknesses on this pistol. This is the type of pistol that you get if you have like nothing else. But actually, even the default pistol is better. Even the default pistol will get you more bullets and at least a much better aim. So overall, this is definitely worse than the normal pistol. So not a great unlock in my personal opinion. Interesting unlock, but not great. From there we're gonna move on to the Tranquilizer, and as you know, you got pretty much 2 shots if you bring it on its own. It's a fantastic unlock. There's so many things. I mean, your creativity is the only limitation. You can use it to get easy disguises, you can use it to get important things of NPCs, like getting a certain package or getting a coin or getting whatever. I mean, you can get pretty much anything, a pistol. You can use this Tranquilizer for so many different ways to like panic guards. There's so many great things you can do. It's a must unlock, one of the best weapons in the game. In my opinion, the best looking version of the Tranquilizer, and also the easiest one to unlock at only level 5. This item is an absolute must. Fantastic unlock. Moving on to the ICA Combat Axe. This item is weird for me, and I'll tell you why. You can't bring it as just a regular gear. You need a briefcase or an agency pickup. However, once you have it on you, you can hide it on yourself. You don't need a briefcase to hide it. You can just at any point, just like a regular knife, hide it on yourself, yet you can't bring it without a briefcase or an agency pickup. It just doesn't make sense to me. I understand the positives of having an ICA axe, because let's face it, sometimes you have axe skills, and having an axe that you can just hide on yourself anytime you want is pretty damn strong. I mean, it's a pretty good unlock for these niche type of objectives. It's a little weird for me, but it is a good unlock, definitely. It's optimal for certain things. It's better to have it than not to have it. For certain things, it can definitely be useful, especially being able to hide it. And from there, we're gonna move on to the Krugermeyer 2.2 Silver, possibly the worst looking version of the Krugermeyer, but still, it is a Krugermeyer. It's got 30 bullets. It is subsonic rounds, which means it's perfect for any type of pistol destruction. It is fantastic. I mean, the pistol distractions are so good. It's so easy to just get NPCs to move around areas. You don't even need coins most of the time when you use a Krugermeyer. It's a fantastic unlock. And okay, the aim isn't great, but you can get around that. I mean, you can learn to be good with a Krugermeyer. You just need practice. I've learned it, and I'm sure a lot of other people can also learn it and have learned it. It's not an unoptimal pistol just because of the aim. You can get around that, and in my opinion, the subsonic rounds definitely make up for the fact that you're losing in the aim department. But overall, this is a must-unlock pistol, and in my opinion, if you do not have this particular pistol, you absolutely need to get your hands on it immediately. It is fantastic. From there, we're gonna move on to the Dark Black Covert. This is an interesting unlock, so you can't bring this on you like a pistol, like the DAC X2 covert. You can bring it in a briefcase, you can't hide it on yourself, you cannot hide it on yourself. However, what you can do is do a fuck ton of damage, because it has a total of 160 bullets. And this thing is actually very accurate. I mean, I tried it out, it's very accurate, and it hits like a truck. For certain maybe kill everyone challenges, I can imagine this being very strong. It's fast, it has high damage. I mean, it's perfect, you know what I mean? If you just want to shoot people down, it's almost like an assault rifle. It's really strong, it's really good, it can make a great secondary for that. But is it optimal for regular Hitman? Absolutely not. But it's a good unlock in my opinion. It's not a bad unlock by any means. For what it's supposed to do, it gets the job done. Then we get to the suit, the black and white tuxedo set with gloves. Now, personally, I have mixed feelings on this particular suit. In my opinion, it's the worst tuxedo of the bunch. The top coat, in my opinion, is way too big. Like, it's at least 3 sizes too big for Agent 47, which makes sense. He needs to hide his weapons somewhere. But at the same time, it does make him look like a bit of an egghead, having that white suit. It's a bit weird. I mean, some people may like it more than others. I don't like the gloves. I don't know why they have to give him driving gloves pretty much everywhere. I don't think it fits the character very well for this particular suit, having the driving gloves on. But overall, it's a bit of a mixed bag. There's some things about it that I like. There's some things about it that I really don't like. Overall, I think it's a good unlock. I think it's different enough that it's worth unlocking. Some people like it more than others, and that's pretty much all I can say about it. And finally, we get to the Seeger 300 Viper. This is a great sniper, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It has a total of 18 bullets, which is normal for most Seegers. It is an interesting looking Seeger as well, the Viper. It's well made, and this is pretty much as good as the Ghost for the most part. Outside of the subsonic rounds, this weapon will always be good. And subsonic rounds, you have to understand, on a sniper rifle, they're not as important, because unless you're shooting really close to somebody, it's not gonna matter most of the time. I mean, you can be, if you're somewhere up a ledge or somewhere where there aren't people, you're shooting from distance, it's not gonna matter that much, it's really not. And you can be just as competitive with this thing as any other sniper. I mean, this is a very competitive sniper rifle. You can shoot people very easily, it's very accurate. You have great scopes, it's suppressed, you can slow down time. It's a fantastic sniper. I mean, you can use it just as good as any other. You can definitely main the sniper if you want to and use it as your signature sniper. There's nothing wrong with that. You're gonna be just as good with this sniper as you're gonna be with the Ghost or the Leviathan. Maybe even better in some instances, especially towards the Leviathan, as it does have more bullets and also no penetration, which is better usually for regular Hitman. But yeah, these are the unlocks. And if I gotta be brutally honest, most of them are pretty good. I mean, you get some really good stuff in here. Some of them maybe not as optimal, but overall, like, I gotta give this at least a 9 out of 10. I mean, you get a tranquilizer, the best one. You get an axe that you can hide on yourself. You get a Krugermeyer Silver. You get a really strong SMG, probably one of the best overall shooting weapons in the game. You get a pretty good looking suit, it's a pretty interesting suit. And you get a Seeger 300 Viper. I mean, these are just really strong unlocks. These are really good weapons, good unlocks. Okay, the original pistol isn't great, but still the rest of them kind of make up for that. A 9 out of 10 in my opinion is a very deserving score for these particular unlocks. They are very good. And finally, we will talk about stability. And the stability of this particular map is just okay. I haven't seen or heard any crazy bugs coming from Mendoza. However, you never truly know, since you have to play all day to find something, and even if you do, a lot of times it shouldn't be significant enough to destroy your experience. I think a 9 out of 10 would serve it well. It's a fair score, knowing that even though there may be some inconsistencies, they're so rare you almost never need to worry about them. And when we combine all of the numbers together, we end up with a pretty impressive score of a 4.1 out of 5. And with that, we have completed the last ever 100% competition review. So now the question is, what happens next? Well, honestly, my coverage of Hitman will continue as usual. I will make videos on different matters as I see fit. However, I must say that the end of 100% competition review is definitely a bit of a bittersweet moment. Though it took me an enormous amount of time to create these types of videos, I'm glad I did, and more than anything, I'm glad you were here to enjoy them with me. Thank you all for being with me on this long and creative journey. I wouldn't be doing this without you. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel, as it means a lot for all the work I put into my content. And I guess, until our next Hitman adventure, thank you very much for watching.